ka-try, this is your hostess and welcome once again sa Tri-PH Majors Try to Taste. If this is your first time watching, please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram. Kumusta kayo mga ka-try? Wednesday na naman at magkakasama na naman tayo. Handa ka na bang matakam ulit? Ngayong quarantine, maraming nagbago para sa atin. Most of us probably have a go-to restaurant na pinupuntahan natin with friends and family or a cafe na we would like to spend some quality alone time in. Pero ngayong quarantine, nagbago lahat ng yan. But one thing can be said, ngayong quarantine naman, nakita natin kung gaano ka-resilient and resourceful ang mga Pilipino. Makikita natin ngayon sa social media na ang daming nag-start ng mga food-related businesses that would deliver your cravings right at your doorstep. Isa ka ba sa mga nag-iisip na mag-start ng business ngayong quarantine? Or probably you're on the lookout for your next source of comfort food na magde-deliver sa bahay niyo mismo. Well mga ka-try, magugustuhan niyo what we have in store for you today dito sa Try to Taste. On this episode, we'll be chatting up with someone who started a business this quarantine season. Food-related business yun mga ka-try. So we'll learn a lot from our kwentuhan with her. Our guest for this week is someone who started her own food-related business. Makikita niyo yung mga menu items niya sa Instagram and sa Facebook. And it's very interesting kasi itong food business is very, very different from what she did as her profession before this started. Let's see what we can learn from her. We have Miss Jobel Medina of Nunamix. Huwag na natin patagalin mga ka-try, let's meet her. Okay, so good afternoon, Ma'am Jobel. Kamusta po kayo?
Good afternoon mga ka-try. I'm good. I'm coping well.
Right, thank you so much. Yeah, glad you're doing well, Miss Jobel. So, first of all, we're very thankful to have you with us ngayon sa interview na ito. We know how hectic and busy your schedule is, but you gave us time din. So, thank you very much po.
So, let's start off with this interview, Ms. Jobel. So, can you tell us a little something about yourself, including where you are located and how are things there po sa inyo?
Okay, so I'm Jobel Medina. I'm located here in Project 4, Quezon City. So, for now, here in our barangay, it's quite peaceful. There are few cases of COVID, but I think the barangay is handling it well. And yeah, so far, okay naman. We're coping well here in our place in Project.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're all coping well din and peaceful dyan po sa lugar niyo. So, sa Project 4, like we previously talked about, so ang mga malapit sa inyo dyan is mga malls and yung mga universities, ano po?
Yes, oo. So, we have lots of malls surrounding us. So, meron dyan sa Cubao, meron marami sa Pasig, sa Mandaluyong, Marikina. We're actually near the boundary of Quezon City and Marikina. So, Marikina. And then sa Tipunan area and White Lake.
Parang sa Katipunan, parang madaming kainan doon, no? Tama po ba? Parang very popular.
Oo, madami din, yeah. Iba-ibang mga cuisines yung nandun. May Japanese, Korean, Thai.
So for diverse
it's the diverse community. There's no exact specialty food here in our area. Kasi nga, madaming ino-offer yung iba't ibang mga lugar.
Well, it's nice to know po na there's this diverse community dyan sa inyo. So, thank you for sharing that, Ms. Jobel. So,
So you are, like mentioned in the introduction, you own Nunamix. And it's a business, so food-related business siya. Before you started this business po, what did you do?
I taught for quite some time. Preschool and elementary school. For I think 6 years. I taught for 6 years. And then the school moved another location, so I had to resign. And then I started Cleaning by Jobel Medina. Also an online shop. Pero what I do there is I make handcrafted accessories. And then I sell it, and then that's the job that I have before Nuna.
Yes, huge fan of earrings, by the way, Miss Jobel. Favorite earrings ko.
Thanks for wearing it.
And so, ngayon, you're making meals and then selling them online. Do you have any formal training po sa pagluluto?
Well, my course in college was home economics education. So part of our curriculum in UP Diliman was food science and then food prep. So we have that in our curriculum. So I guess I had my formal training cooking way back in college. But I also learned a lot from my mom. Kasi she's a good cook, and she also bakes well.
Okay. So, mga katry, we can learn a lot from our moms talaga. And so, Mr. Bell also had a bit of a formal, formal training din sa, Okay, so, nung nag-start kayo nung Nuna Mix, Mr. Bell, what brought on this idea? Paano po ito nag-start?
Well, actually, ano lang naman siya, I tried uploading food prep videos in my personal Instagram page. So, nag-start ako ng mga ulam, tapos Korean dishes, and then meron din akong binake na bread. And then some of my friends started sending me messages and then asking, "Oh, how can we get this? Or how can we order? Can we order food from you?" Because they know that I also make food. I prepare food a lot because I love eating. So, meron silang idea na I can cook some good dishes. So there. So nagtanong sila sa akin kung paano sila makakabili ng mga niluluto ko. And then I saw that as an opportunity since Tining wasn't making any sales this quarantine season because it's not a necessity. Accessories is not a necessity right now. So I decided to try preparing meals from home.
So, what's the first dish na sinell niyo po on Nuna Mix? And is there any particular reason why this is the dish that you chose to sell first?
The first item that I offered in Nuna Mix was actually kimchi. Kasi kimchi and I have this history way back in college. I remember my professor asked us to deliver an extemporaneous speech, and I decided to present how to make kimchi. Pero way back then, that was 2010, 2011. Kimchi wasn't that popular compared now. Kasi hindi pa ganun katindi yung Korean wave noon. So anyway, so I introduced kimchi and then some of my classmates liked it. My professor liked it. Some didn't kasi nga it smelled. So yun. So naalala ko lang siya one time. Sumama ako mag-grocery sa daddy ko and then I saw a cabbage. So a big cabbage. And then I remembered, I used to make kimchi before. Maybe I should try making one for family consumption lang. So yun, so I made a batch of kimchi and then they liked it. And then I incorporated the recipe that I used before to the traditional kimchi recipe that I saw online. And then yun, my family liked it and then I had some of my friends try it also. I had it delivered to them. Tapos nagustuhan naman nila. And then I offered kimchi first in Munam.
Ayun. So, very interesting backstory pala yung kimchi. And then, from this we can learn talaga na yung kimchi, kimchi and other foods can really tell a lot about a culture. So, it's really,
Yeah.
So, that, I guess that's why you used yung kimchi for your, for your presentation po ba yun, Ms. Jubel? Tama ba?
Yeah, for extemporaneous speech. Kasi parang, before pa, may nanonood na ako ng Korean novela, pero parang yung mga friends, mga klase ko, parang hindi naman sila nanonood. So, I was like, okay, not everyone knows kimchi, so why not introduce it to them?
Yeah, very powerful talaga ang food then. So, thank you for sharing that. Okay, so, when you started Nuna Mix po, did you have any worries?
My first worry when I started Muna Mix was purchasing. Kasi during the lockdown, my dad was the only one who was quarantine pass. So siya lang yung pwedeng mamili. But there was one time, I think once or twice, I went with him in the grocery and in the market. And then I told him, Dad, these are the things that I need for kimchi or for the other food that I was planning to offer sa Muna Mix. So I showed him which vegetables to buy, which ingredients to purchase from the grocery and from the market. So yun. So okay naman because he got the right items. He bought the right items and then from there I was able to make new batches of orders of kimchi and other food items that I also. And then also I was worried about marketing because lots of people now are online selling different kinds of food online. So parang like, baka lumiit yung market ko, yung target market ko, masyadong naging slim na yung target market ko. Ang dami na talaga nagbebenta. So parang, sige, okay lang, I'll just try it. Wala namang mawawala. So madami din naman akong kaibigan, madami naman din akong kakilala na who knows that I cook. So yun, I just gave it a try and then, yeah, that's where it all started.
Ayun. So yeah, kakita niyo mga ka-try, you have to really try para malaman. Like, a favorite saying dito sa Try page, you'll never know unless you try. Ayan. So, with all that worries and despite that you pushed through, I'm sure you're glad na you did this, Ms. Jubel.
Yeah, kasi somehow, it takes some of the bills also. Yeah, especially now, everyone's budget is tight. So, it's a good, ano ba tawag? What do you call that? It's a good source of income for this season na for this quarantine. a
Ayos
good
na.
income for this one.
Yeah, every little bit helps, especially now in our condition po ngayon. Yeah, I understand. Kaya talagang yung sinabi namin, very resilient and very tawag dito, resourceful talaga ang kailangan resourceful and resilient ngayon sa natin.
Yeah, so
Alright, so thank you for that, Ms. Jobel. So ngayon, we did this episode kasi marami din sa mga ka-try would like to start their own food-related businesses. Do you have any tips for those who are starting?
tips. So first is know what you're good at. If you're good at baking, then push through with baking. If you can prepare other meals as well, pwede din naman. But before putting out it in the market, make sure to have it tried and tested first. So ask your family. So ako, ang mga taste testers ko dito, yung family members ko. So madami kami dito sa bahay kasi we live in a compound. So madami akong feedback na nakukuha. Ayan. So if you don't, so your neighbors or your friends, nearby friends, ask them to try your prepared meals, your dishes, your mixes. And then listen to their advice. And then if you need to adjust some of the ingredients, then do so. Kasi alam nila kung ano yung pwedeng maging patok sa mga tao. So there. And also, don't be afraid to try anything. Like for example, when I started Luna Make, I was very hesitant because of the purchasing and the marketing. But there's nothing to lose if I try it, diba? So if it won't succeed, then it's okay. At least you won't regret it.
At least you tried lesson learned, kumbaga, if it didn't succeed. But in your case po, kita natin na pumatok yung Nuna Mix eh. Kung malapit lang kami talaga sa QC. Right. So, I guess, thank you so much for sharing your tips. We learned a lot from you, Ms. Jobel. So hopefully na yung mga ka-try natin din ngayon, marami rin silang natutunan, especially if they're thinking of starting their own business. So ayun Ms. Jobel, so I'm sure natakam na yung mga ka-try natin ngayon dun sa mga dishes na pinapakita natin. And baka they're wondering, how can they order from you?
They can send me a message through Instagram or Facebook. So I made a page in Instagram and a page in Facebook. It's Luna Make. At Luna Make.
Alright. Baka may gusto po kayong batiin.
Siguro yung family ko. Hi mom, hi dad. Hi Pauline. Thank you for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bell. Again, thank you so much for giving us a bit of your time. Ang dami naming natutunan from your interview, and thank you so much.
Well, there you have it mga katry. Ang dami nating natutunan from that interview with Miss Jabel Medina of Nunamix. One thing na natutunan ko talaga doon, we can learn a lot from our mamas. On the business side, if you want to start your own food-related business, it's important to know what you're good at. And along the way, yung mga lessons na matutunan mo, it's important to adjust to it as well. Also, napaka-important ng support ng ating family and friends, diba? And also, if you have worries, don't let that stop you from trying out something new. Baka you're missing out on a great experience if you do. So once again, thank you so much, Miss Jabel Benida, for that very informative interview. And mga katry na nasa around area ni Miss Jabel, which is QC, well, baka gusto nyo itry yung mga products ng Nunamix. Next week on Try to Taste, nakaka-excite yung episode natin kasi we'll be getting tips from a professional chef. Also, we'll be going to Brunei and see yung mga kababayan natin there, yung mga katry natin there, and they will show you a recipe. We'll also be seeing a video, a cooking video, galing sa mga katry natin sa Brunei. So, nakaka-exciting, di ba? Alright, mga katry, before we end, meron lang akong i-greet. Yes, mga katry, hindi pa nauubos ang mga kamag-anak ko. Ang dami nila. Well, first off, I'd like to greet my parents a happy wedding anniversary. Today is their 25th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mama and Papa! And of course, yung aking mga paboritong mga kapatid, ang paborito ko at nag-iisa kong kuya, Kuya Andre, and his wonderful wife, Ate Michelle, who's all the way in London. Hello to you guys. And also my sister, my ate Camille, hello. Salamat sa support niyo, my family and friends. And also, I'd like to greet two of my friends who celebrated their anniversary a few days ago, si Kuya Julius and Ate Danica. Happy anniversary! And to all the friends in Silang Sign Language, hello sa inyo. Maraming salamat sa patuloy na pag-support dito sa Try to Taste. Alright, mga ka-try, this has been Try to Taste. I'm your host, Jesh. See you next Wednesday.